right, hello everyone. Good to see you. Happy Tuesday. This is our basically the thing kind of started with Throwback Thursdays way back when with social media and all that. So we kind of took that, moved it to Tuesdays, and Tuesdays is all about talking about older games. And so that's what It Belongs in a Museum is all about. I bring down a couple of older games off of my shelves and open them up, talk about them, kind of a little bit of a deeper dive from the Why It's There series that I did a while back, where I just basically gave a short little talk about each game that was on my shelves, and we differed with those shelves. But anyway, It Belongs in a Museum, to which the astute person will answer, so do you, because that finishes the quote. That is what we do here on It Belongs in a Museum. I just take down a couple of older games, talk about them, showcase them, maybe pique your interest so that you can go find a pretty good deal at a Goodwill store or a bargain bin or something like that. That's all we're really doing here. So Tommy Miller says, hello everyone. Hello Tommy, good to see you. Luke Shiris is here. Good to see you. Peter Rowan is here. Hello Sam. Good to see you. Peter. Tom is here. Thank you for moderating, Tom. We appreciate you. And Vanessa is here. Finished a little early today, so here I am. Finishing early. Wow, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All right. Well, good for you. Good for you. So do you. Thank you, Tommy. You are astute. Thank you for doing that. What's your drink of choice today? Okay, well, drink of choice, I usually have a coffee. I've already had a coffee, and the coffee that I had today was like, it's called, what is it called? It's called, it has something to do, it's like extra caffeine in it. So I didn't want to have another coffee. So instead I'm having one of these Protein 2.0 drinks, but then I just realized that it's the energy version of them. We found these at Winco here in town, and they have 15 grams of protein and, yeah, 125 milligrams of natural caffeine. So I'm really thirsty, though. But here's the good thing about it. There's 15 grams of protein and there's only 3 carbs. So I try to keep watch on my carbs. And it's cherry lemonade. So we'll see how that goes. I've had the regular version of this. I haven't had the energy versions. So if I start wigging out about halfway through, that's what's going on. David Brownlee is here. Hello, hello. Oh yes, top chat to live chat. Thank you for reminding us. We appreciate that, David. Appreciate you so much, because I forgot to do that today. I usually try to do that on each one, but we are getting ready to go. Here it goes, cherry limeade. I don't know what it is. It's the whey protein. It's got to be the whey protein. It just has this weird aftertaste consistency to it that just feels like it leaves a film in your mouth. Tastes good, but it's just a little strange. Who knew it? Who knew? Jessie is texting me. Got to tell her I am live. TTYL. Talk to you later. And love you. Sorry. Over caffeinated Sam will be fun. I don't know about that. I might do something I'll regret later. I don't want to do that. All right, but we are going to get at it. So It Belongs in a Museum. We'll get to it. Now, to make this a little bit more fun, what we usually do is we have a couple of giveaways. And the giveaway is in the form of a kind of clue scavenger hunt, if you will. So you can use the internet, you can use the interwebs, you can use whatever you want. You can look at the shelves if you have your shelves delineated by year and or mechanism, maybe that will help you. But I do have a couple of games on the chair right over here, and what I'll do is I'll give you some clues, And the first person that guesses correctly what each of these games is going to be before we show them, I'll send you a surprise and a couple stickers. So it's just something small we like to do here on the channel. We are trying to about building community. We are about trying to build a fun place for everybody to congregate. So that's what we're trying to do. I just read it. I'm reading a book right now, and part of it was culture, i.e. community, is generated upstream. So I'm trying to be, we are trying to be upstream, creating and cultivating a culture or a community that is going to be positive and going to be about building up, not about tearing down. So that's part of what we do here. And part of how we do that is by giving. And so that's what we want to do. So here we go. Clues. Are you a Beetlejuice fan? Looking forward to the new one. I actually, I just dropped his name just completely. Michael Keaton. There we go. Michael Keaton is one of my favorite actors. He's one of my favorite actors. And so, yes, I did enjoy Beetlejuice. I am, as with many of the revampings or redoings or like continuations after it's been so long, I'm very apprehensive about them. I'm interested. I'll put it that way, because I did enjoy Beetlejuice. I thought it was a very fun movie. A great role for Winona Ryder as well. I liked all of the different aspects. I liked all of the characters in the movies. I thought Gina Davis and Alec, or is it Adam, one of the Baldwin brothers, they did a great job in their roles. I just thought it was a really great movie. I'm always apprehensive when I hear about these new things. I get excited because I'm like, oh yeah, that would be cool. But I'm like, oh no, what if they do something weird and kind of mess up the nostalgia of the old movie? I don't know. I am a fan of that movie because of the actors that were in it and how good of a job they did. I don't know how it's going to be with the new one, but I'm at the very least, interested. We are the FOBG Salmon. Michael Keaton grew up in Pittsburgh. I didn't know that. He grew up in the Pittsburgh area. Not Beetlejuice as a drink of choice. Got it. No, not Beetlejuice. No. The movie. Good day, everybody. Hello, Derek. Good to see you. Thank you for being here, Derek. Matthew Vincent is here as well. I forgot to say hello to everybody. Matthew Vincent, hello. Tommy, hello. Vanessa, hello. I think I got everybody now. And David, here it is. Very good, very good. All right, couple of clues as we get started. This one was created 9 years ago. This one was released 9 years ago. 2015 is the publication date. And let's see, the designers were... now, we're not going to talk about designers first. We'll just go with mechanisms and year first, and then we'll get a little bit further. Here we have mechanisms: area majority influence, area movement, battle card driven, dice rolling, hand management, variable player powers. I gave you all of the mechanisms. Usually I only give you a couple of them. So area majority influence, area movement, campaign, battle card driven, dice rolling, hand management, variable player powers. And it was created in 2015. So that will be what we do there on the very beginning. Let's see here. Blood Rage. Nope. Jeff Goldblum also grew up in Pittsburgh. We actually have a Jeff Goldblum Day. Wow. Shogun. Not correct. See, it tastes good, and then that film hits. No dice rolling in Blood Rage. That is correct. Pick up sticks. Scythe? What? No. Cthulhu Wards. No, but wow. From the Peanut Gallery. That's a good pick. Cry Havoc. Oh, that's a good pick too, but also wrong. Small World, no. No. Good try, though. Good try. Keep going. Keep going. Small World is older than that, I believe. Forbidden Stars. Ooh. Another one that's a good pick, but also incorrect. Pretty sure Small World came out in the a lot later than that. Let me double check. Yeah, Small World was 2009. Sorry. Let's see here. Time Stories, no. Hello, Ice Guardian. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I knew I was incorrect. Yeah, well. Rum and Bones, Tommy says. Nope. Nope. That's close, though. No, it's not close. I'm just kidding. But it was a good. It's a good game. I do have Rum and Bones on my shelf right here. So it is a good pick. But no, Rum and Bones is not it. Ankh. No. Ankh is actually. Again, that's another one. I don't know if ANHK. Is that right? Nope. ANKH. I hate how you spell Ankh. That's 2016. No, it's not. That Ankh's Gods of Aegis 2021. So we were both very wrong. Let's see. What do we got? Knew I was incorrect. Ankh, no. Just because Eric is not here. TI4. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Kingdom Death Monster. No, Matthew. I do not own Kingdom Death Monster. It is far too large of a game, and it is just not my kind of game. I'll put it that way. Raiders of the North Sea. No, sir. I don't think it's something in my collections. 2015 was a good year for games, though. Yes, it was. Super Dungeon Explorer. No, that is also incorrect. Well, let me give a couple of. It is in the science fiction category. How's that? Science fiction category. Alien Frontiers? No. But at least you're leaning towards that science fiction. Pandemic Legacy? Also no, Ice Guardian, but also leaning towards that science fiction. Those are, you're getting warmer, but ultimately you're still cold. Dice Masters? No, that's further away from the heated up core that we're looking for here. So the category is science fiction. Monopoly TI4 edition. So close, Matthew. Roll for the Galaxy. No. A good pick. That's a good game. Don't think. Let's see. Roll for the Galaxy. I don't own that game either, but that was 2014. Ambition, one of its expansions came out in 2015, but Roll for the Galaxy is actually a 10-year-old game, not just 9. So you guys are stalling out here. Mission Red Planet, nice try, but no. Mission Red Planet. When did that come out? Oh. Careful, careful. Actually, wow, second edition came out in 2015, but the first edition came out 10 years before that, 2005. So that's that. Let's see here. Mission Red Planet, no. Star Wars Armada, ooh, dude, you almost struck heat with that one. Al Hernandez, Alien Fate of Nostromos, no. Mission Red Planet doesn't have dice, right? It doesn't. That is correct. Star Trek Ascendancy, no. Zaya, Legends of a Driss System, good pick, but wrong. Tommy Miller, XCOM the board game, no. Spectre Ops, no. XCOM the board game, no. Vanessa says, no dice in Mission Red Planet. That is correct. This is a tough one. It is. That's why I picked it. But you guys are knocking it out of the park with your guesses, though. You're just not. There's a few specifically that have gotten on target, but not bullseye. All right, let's see. What else can we give away here? Bum, 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 bum. It is a It's got a 7.0 rating on the Geek, and the weight is 1.85 out of 5. Something something Star Wars. Something something Star Wars. It can't be Risk Star Wars. Why couldn't it be that, Tom? Explain yourself. As we're talking about things, explain yourself. Why couldn't it be Star Wars? I like Risk Star Wars. It is mini Star Wars Rebellion. I like that too. I'm waiting for Tom to explain himself on why it can't be Risk Star Wars. Kinda. It is kinda. Summoner Wars, I wouldn't think you would like a Risk game. Not really. So it is Star Wars Risk. Yes, Tommy, it is. It is. Now, I would normally say Tom guessed it correctly, but he literally said it can't be Risk Star Wars. So that wasn't a guess. But Tommy says, so it is Star Wars Risk. And yes, you are correct, Tommy Miller. It is Star Wars Risk. It doesn't quite sit flat on the side, but yes, it is. So, Tom has learned a valuable lesson in that don't ever count your chickens before they hatch. Tommy stuck his neck out there and said it is Star Wars Risk, and I agreed with him. Tom, however, TM, he has already won enough. Yes, he has won enough. That's not why I did it. Star Wars Risk is not a Risk game. Thank you, Luke Shiras, for saying this. I appreciate your opinion because I actually agree with it. This is not really a Risk game. This is actually, for me, it's a lot closer to Queen's Gambit. Just with the original trilogy, Star Wars characters and things going on, it's much closer to a Queen's Gambit than it is to Risk. Why they slapped the Risk name on it? They did it so that they would sell things. But why they did it beyond that is beyond me. But my box doesn't compare to that. That is true. Yes, and it is the Black Edition. Where did you get the Risk box? That is a unique box. It is. That's one of the reasons why I enjoy it. It's one of the reasons why I still have it, because this is the unique version. The other one is a very, like a colorful version. This one is a little bit cooler than that, I think. But anyway, we are going to be taking a look at, this is the Black Series Risk Star Wars Edition. So we will go ahead and get down to the table and take a look. All right. So my box is a little dinged up. It has gone through the ringer, as it were. But as you go ahead and open it up, it is a pretty cool little thing here. This is the rule book, and so we'll go ahead and take a look at the rule book as well. We'll go ahead and put the picture-in-picture in there so that, oh, wait, wrong way. There we go. So here we go. This is what it looks like opened up. Just got a really neat looking vibe to it. So here we have all of the different things. This is all the components that's going to come in the box. And then this is a setup, and this is what all the different cards are. This is actually pretty close to, this is I would consider it in the commands and colors system, because you definitely have three fields of play. Now, it's not specifically designed board like the command and color system is, but it has a very similar style of play, much like Queen's Gambit, where you have cards that will affect one of 3 different fields of battle, and you have to do roll dice and all that other kind of stuff in there to make up for it. But this is what the rule book looks like. It's a very simple game, as a matter of fact. The Empire wins by destroying all rebel ships. Fighters, fleet, and the Millennium Falcon before the Death Star is destroyed. That's how the Empire wins. The Rebel Alliance wins the game by destroying the Death Star. After the shields are down, the Rebel player may use fighters and or the Millennium Falcon to attack the Death Star. This attack must come from a sector adjacent to the Death Star. As long as one die rolled is a 6, the Death Star is destroyed and the rebellion wins. So there you have that. Then you have the actual board. Now, the board is actually pretty cool because it is in the shape of Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. So we'll go ahead and put this out here so you can see it. It's pretty neat. But this one will come out. Oh. There we go. Now, my version is showing its wear, but it is pretty nice still. So these little things kind of clip in, and that becomes the board. So you have the board there. Oops, wrong way. So you have the board there, and then each of these different little pieces goes down here. So this represents all of the different spawn points for all of the different fighters that can come on the board. So you have the B wings, the Y wings, and then you have X wings that come over here, and then you have some. Let's see, what are these? Some more B wings that are coming out here. And then you have some more X wings that come out over here. And you have some more Y wings that come out over here. So you have those different places there. And then this little piece comes off. And you have, check that out, the Death Star. And of course, it's the indoor Death Star. It's not the one that's completely constructed. But another cool thing that comes in the game, the Executor. Awesome. And then you have, and this is a pretty neat thing as well, gold Millennium Falcon. So that's pretty cool too. But on top of all of that, you also have all of these fighters that come in here, and they're all different colors. So you've got Y wings, and they're going to be, coming up. I think there's 4 start over here, like so, and then 4 start over here. And then you have different places on the board where the different Y wings will come out. Maybe the Y wings don't actually start on the board. Yeah, there's some here. 4 start here as well. Then you also have B wings, which are pretty freaking cool. I always used to like B wings. And then, of course, you can't have a Star Wars game without a bunch of X wings. So they're just really neat little miniatures. And so there's a whole bunch of those. And then there's, if it didn't come with the model, you also have this little thing that's like just a Millennium Falcon token. But I'm like, I've got the mini. Who needs that token? But actually, no, I need that. I forgot. Ooh, there we go. This actually goes somewhere else. Yeah, Millennium Falcon is down here. And I have this upside down. This actually goes different places. Let me do this, because this is bugging me. This comes over here. Aha, the Executor fell over. Ha. This actually goes like this. It was upside down for you guys. I'm sorry. But the Fields of Battle is pretty cool. This is indoor over here. This is a couple of different things. So it is Luke Skywalker and the Millennium Falcon. So this little thing, I was wrong. Where'd it go? Actually goes over here. Boom, like that. And then this little thing here goes over here and starts here with the Battle of Endor. And the Battle of Endor has to go up this thing, and shield generator is destroyed. So you have to destroy the shield generator, and then you have to, once you destroy the shield generator, then the Millennium Falcon or some Rebel fighters, if they are in one of these sectors here, can attack the Death Star, and if at least one of those dice is a 6, then they've won. So that's kind of what happens over there. But you also have Luke represented there with the red lightsaber. I'm sorry, the green lightsaber. Where's the other token? It's here somewhere. La-ti-da. There it is. It's in here with the thing. So these are all of the Rebel units, right? Then you also have a whole bunch of Imperial units. So you've got Stormtroopers, these little white dudes, and these guys kind of stand here in the Battle of Endor. And then you also have all of these TIE fighters that move around. It's a really cool thing. And you have to fight these TIE fighters and all that as you're moving through. But you also have the Executor over here. Then you also have the Darth Vader's health right here. And so you kind of get the idea where all of these different tracks are moving and so forth. It's really a fun game. It's really, really a fun game. Good game. I forget which side, but one side feels overpowered and usually wins. Empire maybe, which makes thematic sense. But you really feel the theme in the play. Yes, that is absolutely correct. And if I remember correctly, the Empire does feel overpowered, which does, as you said, make sense because the Empire was overpowered. That was the whole point, and why you wanted to get behind the underdog, which is the rebellion. Because the Empire was the one that was in control and they were, suppressing the people. So the rebellion, that's why everybody wanted to get behind them. That's why they were the good guys, so to speak, because they were definitely the underdog. So definitely need to play this on Time Honor Tuesday sometime. That would be something that we probably could do. It will not be this week. We're playing something else. Not sure this is a game Jessie would like. Maybe not. She doesn't like war-ish type games. I wouldn't really call this a war game, but it's war-ish where cards have to be played, different tactics. She does enjoy Memoir 44, but I think not because of the theme. I think she just enjoys it because she enjoys playing it with me, but I think this might fall into that same category for her. I played with my wife and she enjoyed it. It isn't too complex. It isn't. And Jessie could handle this game. There's a lot of games that Jessie can handle, but she doesn't enjoy them. And so that's where I have to kind of, knowing her and knowing how she is and knowing what she likes and what she doesn't like and that type of stuff, I always invite her to play, but I always give her the option of not, because if she doesn't think she's going to enjoy the game, then I'm not going to make her play. So it's one of those things where I want to, but I'm not going to make her do it if she doesn't want to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm absolutely positive she could handle the game, but whether or not she'll enjoy it is another question. So looking forward to Zularedo later. That's a great game. Yes, I am looking forward to Zularedo because I do think that it is going to be a game that she's really going to enjoy. Board Game Renegade, great game. You are absolutely correct. What's up, Board Game Renegade? Dude, long time no see. Thanks for being here, brother. Is it 1v1? Yes, basically is. It's supposed to be a two-player game, but you can play teams. But I think it's really meant for two players. Vanessa has to take off. Got to head back to the shop now. See you all later. All right, see you later, Vanessa. Thanks for being here. Matthew Vincent, if you are called the rebellion, then you are not the good guys. I would seriously think hard about agreeing with you on that note. I think often, not all the time, but I think often in history where you have a rebellion, it's because something bad has taken place. For example, and I'll just use American history, the American Revolution, the War for Independence, was based on taxation without representation. That's not cool. That was an oppressive government that was kind of laying into its constituents in a bad way, and people got tired of it. So, you know, evil flourishes when good people do nothing. And I think partially, not always. I know that there's always going to be exclusions or exceptions to the rule, basically, that I'm stating here. But generally speaking, I wouldn't say that Matthew is correct. I think he could be correct in some situations, but in this situation, if we're going to stay within Star Wars, I think the rebellion was definitely the good guys because they were fighting against an oppressive, evil government. Not always going to be the case, I get it. Some people can rebel against the good in people, and they can rebel against good things. They can absolutely do that. Not closing a blind eye to that. But I think in this particular case, the Empire was bad. Rebellion was good. And the winner chooses a label. Well, revolutionaries are good guys. Rebels are bad guys. There's a very fine line between revolution and rebellion, because I think a revolution is a rebellion. So we'll see. Hope you're doing well, bro. Blessings to you and yours. Gotta roll. See you later. Adios, my friend. Good to see you, buddy. Kind of wish there was a 3-4 player variant. I used to play this with my kids. I think there is a team variant in this. I'm going to take a look at this right now because I'm pretty sure, yeah, 4-player game variation. 4-player game plays almost exactly like a 2-player game. Oh, well, there's not a 3-player game, I guess. But I guess you could just have one person controlling one side and the other two control the other. In a 4-player, use the 4-player game variation, but only for one team, so to speak. So you have like one Empire player and 2 Rebel Alliance players, or the other way around. I think you could still use the 4-player game variation in a 3-player game. So it does have that. So there's that. There is a team variant, but it's kind of lame. Yeah, well, I mean, that's why I said it's a 2-player game, because the variation is where you have team players. So, and it is kind of lame, which is usually the case, in my opinion at least, when you have a definite 2-player game designed, and then they kind of shoehorn in 3 to 4 players. The only difference between the 2 versions is the box and the 3 metal ships. Yeah, that's true. So you've got the metal Death Star, the metal Executor, and then the metal Millennium Falcon. Those are the differences. Everything else is pretty much the same in the base set. Would love to try this. Yeah. This is one of those things where I think we are probably going to do this in the near future on a Time Honor Tuesday, because that's one of the reasons why I kind of do this, is so that we can try to get some of these games back to the table. And this is one of those that I'm like, yes, please, let's do this, because I really enjoy the game, and I think it's fun. But I don't know if Jess will like it, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, all of these guys got to come back in here. And again, these are not like super detailed miniatures or anything like that, so I didn't really take too much time to talk about it or anything like that. But they are cool. They definitely carry the shape that they want, or that you need to really have that thematic factor flair. All right, so those go back in there. Let's just go ahead and do with packing it up so you can see that. Those go back in there. We have the Death Star over here, the Falcon over here, and we have the Executor over there. And then These guys we can put right in here. So we put, you know, bad guys on one side, good guys on the other. Got that last little blurb in there for that. And then this fits back top on there, just like that. And then we have all of these little pieces. And you do kind of have to be careful because those are pretty snug. So, and then what I usually do is I just, oh, well, wait, no, they have 6. So we'll go boom, and boom, and then Y wings and B wings and Y wings and B wings. Then we have these guys go in here like this. Just like a so. Boom. Nice and flat. Then this fits right in here. Just like that. So it's really nice fit for everything. Rulebook goes right back on top. And we close it. So that is Risk Star Wars Edition 2015, a good 9 years old at this point. So that was good. All right, Tommy Miller. Tommy Miller, you need to email me since you were the one. You need to email me at flipsideobg@gmail.com. Need to send me your address information so that I can send you a couple of stickers and a surprise. Surprise, surprise. Nice insert for a 9-year-old game. That is absolutely correct, Tom. Just checked. It is in the Dice Tower library, so there you have it. Every time we play it, I kept wanting to call it the Excelsior. It is not. Have you played Rebellion as a 4-player? No, I haven't, because that's another game that is really a 2-player game that's, you kind of shoehorn a 4-player game into it, and I don't really like games that do that. So I haven't. How would you rank this along with Queen's Gambit and Rebellion? I would say that it is very similar to, and I mean like almost just a reskin of Queen's Gambit. Because there's so many elements of it that are there. I would say it's pretty close to Queen's Gambit for me. I like this movie better than Episode 1. This is for Return of the Jedi. So there's that, but I think it's a much different game than Rebellion altogether. This is like Star Wars Rebellion ultra light, whereas I think it would be much more on the same level as Queen's Gambit. So I wouldn't even put it in the same comparison as Star Wars Rebellion. It's a much closer comparison for Queen's Gambit. So if you've been wanting to try Queen's Gambit and you just can't find it, or you can't because it's like a holy grail at this point. There is one in the Dice Tower library, but I would say if you can get your hands on this, it would be it would scratch that same itch for you. But I wouldn't compare it. I wouldn't put it in the same category as Star Wars Rebellion. Awesome edition. Thanks, Cam. You are welcome, Tommy Miller. Thanks for participating. Let's see here. All right, let's move on to the second game right down here. Interesting. Now that we've had that discussion about rebels and all of that kind of stuff, I think it's funny that this is the next one. So, all right, the next game that we're talking about is from 2009. So this is, 2009. That is 15 years old. Is that right? Yeah, 15 years old. So the last one was only 9 years old. This one's 15 years old. Let's see here. 2009 was the year. Mechanisms are area majority influence, auctions and bidding, and simultaneous action selection. Those are the mechanisms involved. 2009, area majority influence, multiple lot auctions, auction bidding, and simultaneous action selection. So that's what we're doing for the second game that we're talking about today. Per the internet, it looks like it is the executor, not executor. Yeah, it's the executor, not executor. It's the executor. I'm thinking you will like the surprise aspect of your prize there, Tommy. Yep, you will. 2009 is correct. TI4. No, Eric. Tom actually already channeled you in the last guessing session, so thank you for taking up your mantle here. Appreciate that. Puerto Rico. No, sir. Look at Tom knocking it out of the park. What in the world, Tom? You got to pick somebody because you have already won a lot of things on the channel. Sorry, late. No worry, Eric. You are correct. Not claustrophobia, but that was also 2009. Descent Runebound. No. It will be funny when it is actually TI4. It will be funny. And I'm sure Eric will be very happy when it actually is, but it is not today. Tom got this one. Revolution is correct. That one didn't take nearly as long. I probably gave too much away with the whole rebellion thing talking about it before. So, Tom, you need to pick somebody that is presently in chat to win. Has Luke Shirus run anything? I don't know, Luke. You got to tell me that, whether you have or not. This is a game I haven't played or heard of. Oh, well. We're all about educating people here, so that's good. Luke Shirus, have you won anything? I don't think you have, but you'll have a better memory of that than I will. So you'll have to answer that question for us. This is a game that is designed by Philip DuBarry, great game designer, and this was one I believe he was just getting his thing going. This is put out by Steve Jackson Games. And it's actually a pretty fun game. It's pretty fun indeed. I won about 2 months ago, stickers. All right. What about Derek? I believe Derek has as well. I know Derek has. So keep going. Derek just recently won, as a matter of fact. I think you might not have been there when he did. So, yeah. So there you have it. But Revolution is a thing where you have basically 3 different currencies that you can bribe people with in order to gain more control in the village. Ironically, I won for answering TI4. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Wonder how that worked, because we haven't done TI4. Oh, you probably won because somebody else won and they gave it to you because you answered TI4. Ah, understood. Is Nuno here? Where is Nuno? Has Nuno said anything? Because if I did, I missed Nuno being here. And if it's Nuno Rebello has actually won. Oh, Nuno Lucas, there we are. Maybe. I don't believe Nuno Lucas has won. So you can go ahead and ask about that. A game about turnstiles. Well, maybe. We'll see. But let's go ahead and get down to the table. You guys can figure out who's going to win this sticker. Nuno was here earlier. Yes, I did see that. Nuno Lucas earlier. I don't know if he's still here, though. So if he doesn't answer you here in the next few seconds or minutes, and revolving doors. Yeah, see, revolutions. See, there you go. That's what it's all about. All right, so we'll go ahead and do that. So, revolution. Make your bid for power with gold, blackmail, or force. Game designed by Philip DuBarry, Steve Jackson Games. So there you have it. Let's go ahead and, well, let's go over to the back and you can kind of see what the board is going to look like. But blackmail the printer, threaten the innkeeper, bribe the priest, welcome to revolution. Isn't that interesting? So there you have it. So, so there is a 5 to 6 player expansion that I have in here called the Palace, and it brings in new boards and it adds another overlay for the game as well. But Revolution is a 5 to 6 player expansion, so that's pretty cool. This is what the different player boards look like, and these player boards are going to be behind. This is for the 5 to 6 player expansion, so there's more people to bribe, basically. And here's the Palace expansion. But what you're basically going to be doing is you're going to have your board here behind one of your shields, like so. And you're going to be putting these different, let me get all these out of here. These are all of the player colors. So here's all, you got orange and purple and red and green. Here are the base game boards. And then blue, yellow, but you have all of these base game boards in here as well. So you have, so here's the box, insert, Death Star Trench. Isn't that, there's so many connections. So here are the different currencies that you can use. You have literally blackmail, and then you have physical force, which is the fist, and then you actually have gold. These are all cardboard tokens. Let me put the board out there so you can kind of see it. There's different sections of the, I'll go ahead and pull this back a little bit so you can see it. So you kind of get the idea, right? So you have this board and you are trying to control different areas. So, and it's area majority. So whoever has the most of their cubes, which is what these things are, have their cubes in the area, they control the market, and that gives them 25 support if they control that at the end of the game. Or you control the plantation, that gives you 30 support, or the town hall with 45, or the fortress gives you 50 support. If you control the harbor, it gives you 40 support. Let me turn this around so you can actually see it. And then you also have, for a 5 to 6 player expansion, you have the Palace, which I believe goes right in here just like that, like so. And it adds another area that you can control in the 5 to 6 player expansion. But what you're basically doing here is you have this board in front of you, and it has certain restrictions. So these brown spaces, you can seek to control them with anything. You can use money, physical force, or blackmail. You can use that on any of these. But the black spaces, you can't use blackmail, and the red spaces, you can't use physical force. So, for example, this guy, you can't use physical force or blackmail on these guys that have both of those colors in it. You can't use you can't use physical force for the red spaces, and you can't use blackmail for the black spaces. But you can use any of the other ones for those things. And you're simultaneously choosing what you're going to use to bid on these different things. And then there's a hierarchy. Force will beat out, this is said right here, one force will beat out any amount of blackmail. One blackmail will beat out any amount of gold, and gold only wins if no force or blackmail are present. So then you talk about who gets what after everybody's chosen, and each person will give you certain kinds of, a certain number of cubes that you can put down into their areas. If you bribe the general, then you get one support and one force, and then you get to influence the fortress by placing one of your cubes into the fortress. If you do the captain, you get one support and one force, and you can influence the harbor. And you put one of your cubes down there. And so each of these different things allow you to influence different areas of the board, and that's what's going to be giving you points at the end of the game. So, where did my... Oh, that's problematic. Are you serious? Oh, that sucks. I'm going to have to hunt down the rule book because I don't have the rule book here. That's very interesting. But that is generally how the thing goes. You'll continue. I can't remember the game end situation, but I know I can probably find it on the Geek. I just haven't. I've lost the rule book. Are you serious? And one of the players. That's weird. Anyway, oh, that's unfortunate. This is an incomplete game. That sucks. Well, I guess it had to happen, right? Sooner or later. But that's generally how the game works. And now I'm going to be trying to find the rule book because I've lost it. Poop. But I guess that is. It is what it is. Boink. All right, I'm going to put this away. So these can kind of stay on top. These are going to go down in here like that. That will go in there. Along with this, that, and that. Wow, that really stinks. I don't have the rule book. Oh, poopy doopy. That goes in there. That goes there. And then we can put these in here like that. Boom, boom, and boom. So that is Revolution. That stinks. I lost the rule book. And then you also have Risk. Star Wars Risk. So those are the two we talked about. All right, Tommy had to leave. Oh man, that sucks. You were excited that Board Game Renegade showed up. Yes, I was. I haven't seen him in a long time. Haven't talked to him. We used to frequent conventions a lot, but he's a nurse in New York, I believe, and or an RN, a registered nurse in New York, and we just haven't been able to coincide. But he's a great guy. He's a really great guy. You mean you don't know the rules from memory? Not all of them, but I gave you the gist. Check other game boxes. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just probably going to download it. I probably can. It's probably still in Florida. That's probably where it is, and it's probably been thrown away. It's in the back rooms. Glitch in the Matrix. Left sock gremlins. Yes, all of that. I lost a chit for one of my games the other day. Somehow it was under my bed. Falling object under the bed physics is powerful. The box for Star Wars Risk is really nice compared to the Kylo Ren cover I have. Kylo Ren cover? Really? Did they retheme it? Ew. I chose Board Game Renegade if he's still here. Oh, I think he had to leave. He had to take off. So I don't think he's here anymore. You got to pick somebody that is specifically in chat. So you got to pick somebody that is still in chat that has not won. So go ahead and do that, bud. Yeah, it probably still is in Florida, actually. Peter Rowan, come on down. Nope, they just tied it into the movie release, so they put Kylo Ren in the top corner and colorized the box. Oh, well, that's lame. David Brownlee, and that's the reason you don't leave the chat early. That's probably true. You are welcome, Peter. Peter, give me, again, I'll put it back in here, flipsideobg@gmail.com. Go ahead and send me your address information, Peter, at flipsideobg@gmail.com, and we will get you a couple stickers and a surprise. And that is that, pretty much. Another thing that I'm going to be doing, it was a good idea that Doug gave me, Ragged Edge. He suggested that I go back and change the titles to all of my It Belongs in a Museum to include the games that we go over, that we unboxed, basically, because that will help people find the, if they're doing a game search, it will help them find those videos that we've done. And right now, those videos, because we don't talk about what games we're going over and I don't publicize what we're doing, so we can do the little giveaways, that was a good idea. So that's something I'll be going back and doing here in the near future. So Peter Rowan, give me an email at flipsideobg@gmail.com with your address information, and we will get you and Tommy Miller your prizes that you won today. Go ahead and, if you would, let people know that we do these little giveaways and that you have to be in chat in order to win. I know it seems like a little bit of a hook, right, to get more views, and honestly, that's pretty much what it is, but we try to make it fun. We try to have a good time, and we get to take a look at a couple older games, and we hope that people enjoy that as well. So we're going to get on out of here because I got stuff I need to record and edit, and then I also need to get ready for our live stream later on this evening. We'll be doing a live playthrough, our time-honored Tuesdays playthrough. Jess and I will be playing Zularetto at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, which will be around 8:30 p.m. Over for you guys over on the East Coast, and you just do the math in between or wherever you might find yourselves in this world, and that's where we will be. So come on back later on this afternoon or evening for night for you, and we will have a good time playing Zularetto. Until then, however, we'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Don't forget, Tommy, Peter, give me an email with your address so I can get that stuff to you in the mail probably by tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.